Alright, we're back with Numa. Hopefully we don't die this time. We're at 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds now. We're marking 15 seconds. But anyways, let's get started with Numa again. Hopefully we do not die this time. Hopefully we make it to round 5. I've never been to round 5, you know? Like I said in the last video, I've never, ever, ever been to round 5. I don't know about you guys. Never. Ever been to round 5. So this should be a new, new experience for me. I wonder how like round 5 zombies react, like how strong they are, how many knives it takes to kill them. Like, can I kill them with my jump? Like, if I jump on a zombie, will I crush their bones? I wonder that. Round 5, man. That's my personal record that I'm trying to go for. This this session. Trying to get to round 5. Yeah, man, round 5. Come on. Yeah, what I was originally gonna do. Holy fuck, it's hot where the PS3 is. Holy fuck, a lot of hot air. What I was originally gonna do is I wanted to go like from all the maps, so like go from Notch, Varrock, Numa, Derice, then Kino, then 5. But that would take way too long, and I kind of really felt like doing Shino because I haven't done Numa in forever. So that I thought it'd be a little bit of fun to do Numa, considering I haven't played it in so long. Varrock I played maybe a week ago. Notch I played a week ago. Derice I always fucking play that, so I thought Numa would be fun to do, you know. So, come on, 3 rounds away from round 5. I think I could do it. I have hope in myself. Hopefully I don't die. Maybe I should just buy the That's the Goor. That is not the Arisica. Am I Takio? No, I think I'm Dempsey. I don't know. They all have white hands in this. Yeah, I'm Dempsey.
No gun juice! Damn!
I was hoping to be Richtofen. Alright, so 1 headshot there. This is Takio's gun, man. Even in Kino, he's like, I don't do as good without the Arisica or something like that. I don't really know. Personally, like I said in the other video, my favorite is Richtofen just because he's a crazy fucking maniac and he's German. Nikolai has to be my second. Dempsey, I don't know. Takio and Dempsey are tied for 3rd. Most people don't even like Takio because he never talks, but that's what I kind of like about him. Because he's silent, and every time he does talk, he has that kind of like wisdom to his words. So it's kind of funny. Dempsey's just kind of like that badass Marine, and that's something I like about him, but I don't know. Personally, my favorite is Richtofen. Most people, at least the people that I know, their personal favorite is Nikolai, just because he's that vodka-loving Russian, and all he talks about is vodka, but I gotta tell you, my favorite is Richtofen. For a second, I thought this was Modern Warfare 3. I didn't think the YY was gonna work. Triangle, triangle. I'm so used to saying YY just because, I don't know, YY. I started on an Xbox anyways, so.
That meatbag went down like a bag of ammo!
Doing Black Ops. Never mind, I lied. This shoots so fucking slow. That first kind of like shot that I took, it was going pretty fast. But again, Mozzone is recording, so sorry if you can hear him in the background. I kind of distanced myself away from him. I moved across the table. Just anything helps. I lowered the volume on my mic. I don't want to go through all the trouble of moving into the other room because it's just going to be a lot of trouble moving back. We're trying to get our clocks, our body clock set. So we're gonna try and pull an all-nighter, and then stay up till we're gonna try and pull an all-nighter and then fall asleep at like 10 o'clock tomorrow, just to get our body clock set. I take pills to fall asleep. I take sleeping pills to fall asleep. I almost died there. So it's kind of hard for me to fall asleep in the first place. We did pull an all-nighter, and I ended up falling asleep at like 9 o'clock yesterday because I had took my sleeping pill because Mozzone was like, you want to just sleep? At least get some sleep so we have some energy to record. We were talking about this yesterday, but when he said you want to fall asleep, I took my pill, and then that sleeping pill is kind of hard to match up to, especially me as a kid. It's hard to fight against a sleeping pill that like kind of shuts down your whole body. When I say shut down your whole body, I mean it just makes me tired. So I couldn't really do anything about it. I told Mozzone, like, if I'm about to fall asleep, just wake me up, slap me in the face or something. Or if I'm about to take my pill. We had some coffee before recording this. We had a huge discussion with his aunt about Mozzone ordering his computer, and it was a huge argument. It was about a 2-hour argument that we were just sitting there And, oh, round 4 again. I cannot get past round 4, can I? This is my second fail. I told you, I've never been to round 5. I've never been to round 5. I told you, round 5 is impossible to get to. We're only 5 minutes into the video, or 5 minutes and 20 seconds in, so there's no point in ending this, but second fail. 2 fails in a row. Mozzone, I didn't make it to round 5. Second time in a row. But yeah, we had a huge argument with his aunt. It went on for like 2 hours about his computer. Yeah, I think we won. I think it's safe to say that we won that argument. And then we had a nice cup of coffee to keep us awake. I'm already getting hyped up. Because, you know, from a person who doesn't sleep, a person who takes sleeping pills, I always kind of have energy in me. So, yeah, but you know, the coffee, obviously, like I'm just like shaking right now on my seat. It's so hard for me to sit still. That's a problem I've always had in school, is trying to sit still. You know, teachers will always get mad at me, especially in grade 2 and 3. It was kind of hard for me. Grade 3, I think, was the worst year for my Tourette's. You know, that was the hardest for me to contain it. Teachers, because at the time I didn't even know I had Tourette's. It was kind of just a thing that, like, you know, teachers thought I was fucking around, teachers thought I was joking, and, you know, it kind of pissed me off because it made me feel like, yeah, but you didn't make random fucking noises in class. I remember doing, especially during EQAO, I remember doing, like, noises during EQAO, and then I felt like, you know how embarrassing that was for me? Now it's easier to contain. Like, right now, I can already feel, like, yeah. Like, already. It's kind of hard. Every time I let it out, like, every time I start talking about it to anyone, that's when it starts coming out. And think of it like not breathing. That's what it's like for me to try and hold in a tick sometimes. It feels like there's something in my body that's just blocking me from performing something. It's really hard. People with Tourette's would probably know what I'm talking about. Obviously, I don't know what it's like for other people with Tourette's, but for me, it kind of feels like something's blocking me from breathing. It feels like something's on the tip of my nose and I can't breathe. And I don't know. It's hard for me to explain, really. But in grade 3, I still remember taking EQAO, making the ticks, and everyone looking at me, and it really made me feel like shit. It made me feel different. And now, you know, everyone that I know, everyone that knows about it, they all kind of feel okay with it. You know, I'm not afraid to tick in real life anymore. And sometimes I think about how my life would be different if I didn't have Tourette's. And I remember there was this one movie that I watched about this. I think it was a real life movie. I'm not saying a documentary, but I think it was like based on a real story. It was about a grown man who had Tourette's, and he tried to becoming a teacher, and all the schools wouldn't let him become a teacher because he had Tourette's. And you know, it was hard for him. His dad never, like, always thought that it wasn't Tourette's. You know, his dad always thought, you know, it was just. His dad always thought it was just something that, like, he was being a dick about it. That it was, his dad never thought about something serious. And in the movie, he never knew that he had Tourette's. He didn't know what it was. You know, it was kind of, the whole movie was him as an adult, but it also went back to him as a child, to him in his childhood, like, kind of like flashbacks every once in a while, showing him how his childhood was, and how, like, it was kind of hard for him to die there. And how, like, teachers he would always get sent to the principal's office, and no one. My God, I'm so bad at World at War. But how teachers would always, you know, shit on him because they thought he wasn't telling the truth, and that's kind of how it was for me as a child. And now that, you know, it's high school, I can hold it in better. Like, even now, I'm holding it in perfectly, but it's kind of hard for me as a gamer to have Tourette's because, you know, I'm always wasting ammo. You know, I'm always, like, randomly pressing random buttons, and my hands are always fidgeting. This is my 3rd time in a row, still not making it to round 5. You know, round 5 is a really tough round to get to, let me tell you. I'm very, very bad at World at War. Even Sean said World at War, like, he was playing World at War recently, and he's like, it's so much different from Black Ops, dude. It's so much harder. And now I feel his pain. It actually is a lot harder than Black Ops is. They really toned it down. Just the terrible hit correlation. You know, the knifing is terrible. Um, when a zombie hits you, you're kind of stuck in that grasp, and you have to like really jump and try and push your way out. But I must make it to round 5. Once I make it to round 5, maybe I'll move on to a different map. I'll try Notch. It's gonna be intense, bringing a lot of memories back. But yeah, this should be exciting, you know. 3 deaths in a row, still haven't made it to round 5. I'm not proving myself to be a good zombie player right now. But you know, I have my good days, I have my bad. I can't really say I'm a good zombie player, you know. I have my good days, I have my bad, like I said. I think of myself as maybe an average zombie player. I can't really. The way I play zombies, I try not to rape train because I think of that as an easy, like kind of like a loophole in getting in far rounds. I'm not saying that people who rape train are terrible zombie or aren't good zombie players, because it's actually kind of hard to rape train. You know, you got to make sure that you got to make the right. You got to go through the right hole. You got to call. Like if there's a tight spot, you got to know that you can make through it. But I wouldn't call myself the best rape trainer. You know, I make my screw-ups every once in a while, and I try to play zombies without rape training, just because, you know, it makes me feel, I don't know, it just makes me feel better that I'm beating the zombies without taking, I guess, an easy way out. But then again, I'm not calling out anyone. I'm not saying that if you rape train, it's an easier way to doing it, because, like I said, rape training is harder. But I guess I feel more accomplished by rushing around a zombies map than rape training, and that's kind of why I like Shangri-La. Nobody seems to like Shangri-La, except all my friends. It seems like I'm the only one who likes Shangri-La. Even when you're going online and you're looking at the players list, no one's playing Shangri-La. It seems like I'm the only one who actually likes hey, let's play Shangri-La. It's not to piss anyone off. Although sometimes I do it just to piss some of my friends off, and you know, I'm kind of hoping that they'll say, yeah, sure, let's do Shangri-La. Shangri-La and Moon, nobody seems to like, and those are the 2 last map packs that Treyarch introduced. And okay, you like Moon. I'm talking about like half the zombies community. I don't know. Everyone seems to like Shangri-La, you know, Call the Dead, Kino, and Derice. Kino and Derice, they're not my personal favorites, because I think people just overdid it too much. Especially with Derice. I love Derice. I think Derice is a perfect map. It's amazing, but I just think people ruined it with the catwalk camping. I think that catwalk camping is really boring. You know, every time me and Mozzone jump into a game of Derice, we try our best not to catwalk camp. I think that it's more exciting running around with a double barrel shotgun and then a trench gun. I don't know, that's just how the way I like to play it. It seems to be really fun for me. That's why I like Shangri-La, because it's a really tight map. You can't really rape train. You just gotta run around, take the minecart, you know. Oh my god, oh my god. Cannot make it to round 5, can I? I cannot make it to round 5. 3. I keep dying on round 3. Dude, this whole video that I'm gonna upload, this whole video, it's gonna be 3 deaths in a row. This is a triple fail. Triple fail. Triple fail. I guess it's kind of funny, you know, getting a kick out of it. Like I said, I'm not giving up until I get to round 5, because I've never been to round 5. And if you can't tell the sarcasm, then I'm sorry. But, oh my god, I'm not used to World at War Zombies anymore. I'm terrible. I swear, I feel like a noob again. I remember when making it to round, like, 10 was the biggest accomplishment ever. And, like, even half of that, I can't even get to round 5. I'm sitting here, and I'm shitting on myself, because I can't even get to round 5. Oh my god.